ಇದು ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Yeah, I think this is working. Sorry, the other one, I don't know what was the issue. Okay. We'll wait for 30 more seconds, I think, because everyone is hopping on here.
Yeah, because I don't know, suddenly it was asking password this time, may pick up.
Yeah, Sohamji also said, and then I thought it was his only his problem, but I think for everyone it was asking. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
Namaste, this is Soham joined.
Okay. Then okay, let's start, or shall we wait for a minute? I think people are. Okay. So today's focus, I was thinking, is we'll we'll do the standing asana, and then from keeping, as we had discussed last time, I'm keeping my phone in the vertical mode. That way, completely visible. Otherwise, you'll not be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, I will put everyone on mute, and then if you want to ask something or you have any questions, please unmute yourself and then go ahead and ask the question.
Prabhat, where is your video?
Oh, okay, 1 second. Yes, I just turned it on.
Yeah, now it's good.
Okay, so I'll put the mute on, and then any of you have questions, then unmute yourself. Okay. Okay, let's all sit down. The hands in chin mudra, sitting straight, back straight. 3 times Onkar. Onkar is combination of and ma. So keep saying with the mouth of lips fully open. U is with the lips rolled. Ma is lips closed. So let's try to do that. Okay. Next is with this all standing asanas. So let's stand up, and then we'll do the asanas in the standing posture itself. So the first one is Utthita, Hastasana. So hands swing up, breathe in. Uh, Next is we did it till here. Next is going all the way down. So that gives us a good stretch. Inhale up, exhale down. You don't have to touch your feet, but go as low as possible. Don't bend from your waist, bend from your back. So just the back and the neck go down. Here. Last time, try to stretch your neck as much as possible. Next is it's not a yoga, it's called kriya. It's a cleansing asana. So next is called navali kriya. So what it does is completely exhale, and once you exhale completely, start flapping the tummy. So there are three parts of it. Dakshin navali, uttara navali, and dakshin navali. So half, your left half only moves, right half only moves, and then entire stomach. So I've not been able to move only part of the belly, but if you can, then definitely go ahead and try. Only this part moves, this doesn't move. But somehow I'm not able to, I've not been able to do it. But at least try to exhale completely and then flap the tummy. So flap it completely in, completely out. So the more in and more out, since there is no air, you have that flexibility of going in and out. So let's do 10 flaps and then take a 3-4 second break and then do 10 more flaps. Hands on the knees. Exhale. Try to look at your knees. Flap. Exhale and one more time. All right, let's sit down. We'll do the pranayam. We'll do 3 different types of pranayam. So we'll do something called as Sithari pranayam. Hands again in the chin mudra. So Shithali pranayam is rolling your tongue. When you roll your tongue, roll it horizontally. I don't think it's visible in the video. And then take a deep breath in through the mouth, exhale through the nose. We'll do it 3 times. extremely slow exhale. The thumb rule is 1 count of inhale and 2 counts of exhale. That's the thumb rule. The slower you exhale, the better it is. And then when you're performing any yoga or any asana, make sure there is no stress or pull on your face. So calm yourself down and then start performing the asanas. Last. Next one is roll your tongue horizontally. And this time, when you close your eyes, inhaling or exhaling, focus on the breath going in and then coming out. So let's do it again 3 times. Last time. Next is called Sadanti. Sadanti is basically teeth together. So keep your teeth together, inhale from the mouth and exhale from the nose. Gently. Last time. Okay, the last breathing exercise that I have is Bastrika. Till now, we have only done the ones which are very cooling and soothing exercises, but Bastrika is a very firing up exercise. So, uh, thrust of air in and then, thrust of air in and then thrust of air out. So, one shot in and one shot out. Again, it's a belly based breathing. So, we'll do stroke of 10. While doing this, close your mouth. One more last stroke of pen. Next, we'll start with the standing asanas. So let's all stand up. I'm raising the height. Let's start with Ardha Chakrasana. So hands, I will show it from the side. Hands on the side, open, sitting on the hips. Feet are hip distance apart, not too close, neither too far. They're just hip distance apart to make yourself comfortable. Hands on the back, and then bend from the lower back only, not keeping the knees straight. The knees are straight, the entire lower body is straight, just the lower back, exactly this region that gets the pull. And if possible, when you're in the posture, try to pull your trunk out, protrude your trunk out, and then focus in between your eyebrows. One more time. Inhale and go. And when you're in the posture, regular breathing. Next is this is Ardha Chandrasana. So next is Ardha Chakrasana. So Chakrasana is circle. So we're making a circle out of the body, but not a full circle, semicircle. Again, hold the hands, preferably in the sideways. So this way, hip distance feet, normal breathing, not much of a control on the breath. Um, and then try to bend as much as possible. Three-part bend. One is the neck bend, back bend. This is where the bend comes because the flexibility is there, and then the lower back. So make sure you're maxing out the bend or the stretch on three of them, but again, don't overstretch. Stretch a little more so that your flexibility increases, but don't overstretch because overstretch starts, you'll start breaking things. So keep it under control, but try to stretch a little more. One more thing. Last one. Next is just loosening and flexing. So we'll add some breathing also in it. And the first one is doing the punches. So when you do the punches, your entire shoulders gets pulled. So let's do 10 punches, 5 from the right, 5 from the left, alternate right and left. But when you punch out, exhale. When when you're ready to punch again, inhale. So it's burst of exhale. It is almost like Kapalbhati, but it's just that you don't do a heavy breathing from the tummy, but it's a completely deep breath. So let's start. Comfort yourself. Again, the key of punches is don't bend, keep your body back straight. And the next is kicks. Again, the same thing. When you kick, breathe out. When you're not kicking, keep your body straight. Even when you're keeping your body straight. It is not like this, it is straight. Next is we'll take a pause and I want to check if everyone is okay with the pace and the way it is going. If you can unmute and give your feedback, that we can adjust the pace accordingly.
Yes, Prabha, it's good.
Yeah, it's good, Prabha.
Okay, so I've tried to keep the video also complete. Okay. The next one is Garudasana. Garudasana is the Garuda pose. So we'll keep the right leg for me here fixed. Take the left leg, wrap it around. Keep the left hand, wrap around left, and then again this leg bends, right leg bends a bit, and then focus on a point which is very far. Other way around, keep the left leg fixed. The key is if you keep your feet outward, you will not be getting the balance. So try to keep it a little inward. So instead of feet being here, try to keep it inside. You'll get a little more balance. Hands twisted the other way around. Next is free twists. So hands open and then twist from the waist. 1, 2. All right. Next one is it is one of the toughest asanas in the early asana series. It's called Natarajasana. So Nataraja pose is a pose which Lord Shiva is found seen in. So we'll start with the hip distance feet and then raise your right leg, balance yourself, stabilize yourself. Again, the key is keeping the toes pointed a little inwards. That will give you a lot of stability. It's more of focus than the physical. Hands raised up. Other leg. Pull the feet up. You don't press. We'll do it last time. Next is Padahastasana. So we'll do different variations in Padahastasana. So the key, I'm reducing the camera. So the key is Padahastasana is hands touching the feet, but there are multiple variations in which the hands touch the feet, and then there are multiple asanas there. So we'll start with the basic form Padahastasana. That is hands up, back straight. So it's this way. Back is straight. Make sure the back is straight. Hands on the knee straight. So it's a perfect 90-degree here versus here. Looking forward. Try to stretch the back forward. Make sure feel that the back is straight. If it's not straight, straighten it up. If needed, you can turn your camera and then look for yourself for a second and turn it off. And then slowly go down, touch the feet. The hands touch the feet, eyes on the toes. If you can't go all the way to the feet, hold it on your knees or wherever best you can go. But keep the knees straight. Don't bend the knees and touch. Knees are straight and then going down. Looking at the toes. Focus on the toes. Normal breathing. Try to relax your neck. Let it hang down. The next variation in this, if any of you are able to touch it, is hands to the side. Complete palms resting on the feet, on the ground. Next variation in this is hands. This is the proper perfect Padahastasana. Hands going beneath the feet. This is the complete Padahastasana. This is one of the best meditational poses. Try to focus on your toes. Slowly come back up. Straighten yourself. We'll do a complementary asana. That is Chakrasana. Neck back. Slowly try to bend, but don't overstretch. Last time. Okay, next is Trikonasana. So again, variations in Trikonasana. Spread it out. Don't overspread, but now keeping the Trikonasana. So we'll start getting into the Trikonasana. So hands on the waist, body is straight, not over, neither. Make sure it's straight. Look for your sides, and then if it's not straight, hands on the waist, over again. Bend from your waist, keep the back straight, and look forward. Stay there. It is the basic step to start Trikonasana. And then slowly open the hands and let the hands glide through the feet, your legs, and then eventually touch the feet. Knees are straight, looking down. If you can't go to the feet, hold your hands wherever possible, but knees are straight. Normal breathing. The back gets strengthened. There's a lot of flex that happens in the back. If you want to advance the benefits of this, then try to push the back a little backward, hip a little upward rather. If you push a hip a little upward, you'll see a lot of benefits in this asana, and again, vision is focused down. If possible, spread the legs further wide. Again, this is, know your body. Try to touch your forehead to the ground, keeping the knee straight. And then come back to the normal Trikonasana pose. We'll do the first variation in Trikonasana. So feet apart, hands on the side. The right hand touches the left feet. The key is the little finger touches the little finger, and then the twist happens only on the waist. And then start looking up to the little finger on the left side. So the key, everyone probably has done this asana, but the essence is doing it the right way so that you get the perfect benefits. Otherwise, everyone does it this way, but let's try to do it a better way. Twist the feet, left feet, point it outwards. The right feet points straight. Twist the body sideways. And then the right hand goes and touches the feet, and then look up. Back. The right leg twist, the right feet twist, left feet forward, body twist, hands up, left hand, body straight, pointing on your right side. Let the left hand go and touch the right toe, right hand goes up. Come back up. Next, again a variation in Trikonasana. Back straight. Don't twist the feet. Keep the feet the way it is, and hold your hands on the feet, not straight but across, and then look up. Come back. Same thing. Other foot. So we'll do brisk movements in this. So left and right, brisk movements 10 times. Make sure you're looking up. So again in this, your back is fixed, only the hands are moving. So the twist happens on the waist. I'm looking for my next. Okay, now we did 3 corner. We'll try to do 1 angle, 2 angle. 3 corner is 3 angle. We'll do Samakona first, and then we'll go with Dvikona. So I think we started with Samakona when we were doing the Padhastasana. So toes together, the big toes are together. Comfort yourself, and then make a 90-degree. Knees are straight. If you feel your 90-degree, keep the hands folded. Look forward. Make sure you're perfect 90-degree. Hands folded. It will give you a lot of flexibility. Looking forward. Bend your neck down. Next, in this pose, this is a Samakonasana. Dvikonasana is making 2 angles. So this is 1 angle, and then this is the 3rd angle. Looking up. Again, ideally 90-degree, but if you can't pull it up, whatever best. Looking forward. So the next is there's a lot of forward bending. So let's twist hip distance feet. Sorry, toes together. Sorry, hands up. Ardha Kati Chakrasana. Pull your hands up. Pull your body up. Make sure the ears touch the shoulders. Pull it up. Next is the same toes together. This time the knees together. Ideally, there should not be any air gap. But again, the body make is such that the knees and feet, they make a air gap in between. Hands up. Pull your hands up. Ears touching the shoulders. Stretch. The time is 7:45. We started it. Okay. We have another 5 more minutes. And let's do a Parshva Konasana first. Feet stretched. Left feet pointing outward. And then bend. And then the left hand goes down, right hand goes up. Back up. Twist. Right hand goes to the side. So it's not a bend, but it's a straight. The twist happens on the waist. So we'll do two variations in Virabhadrasana. Again, Virabhadrasana is one of the asanas, recommended asanas, one of the few recommended asanas in the later stages of pregnancy also. But again, exercise zero, doctor's opinion. So we'll start, spread the feet, left feet point out, and then the body twists from the waist, stabilize, bend forward, opposite side, right feet turn, left feet turn, bodies turn. We'll do one more variation in Virabhadrasana. Instead of hands outward, pull your hands to the side and then stretch your neck back. Try to do a bend on the back, opposite side. Okay, we have Utthita Pada Angushthasana. It's one of the advanced stages of balanced asana. Hold the toes. And the advanced form is hold the toes and then bring it all the way forward. I think you have covered most of it, but we'll end it with one brisk vinyasa form of the standing asana itself. So it's a complete vinyasa. It's a 4 or 5 asanas combination. If you can do it, well and good. We'll try to do a combination of these asanas 4 times. Distance feet. Again, this is not yoga. It's a variation in yoga. It's a vinyasa. Up, down, back is straight, forward, up. Last. Other variation or vinyasa in the standing asana is Surya Namaskar also. So we're not done Surya Namaskars recently, but I think we can do it probably in the next session. So now I think we're at the up of the time. So lie down on your back. Feet lying to the side.
Neck turned on one side, palms facing upward. Normal breathing. Since the mind is going all over, try to get the mind to feel the air and track the air as it goes in and track it as it goes out. Keep your mind focused on the air, tracking the air. Relax your body. Slowly try to get the concentration back. Slightly move the hands. Keep your eyes closed. Raise your right leg, left leg, eyes closed. Turn to your right, eyes closed, and sit in with the hands folded. We'll chant together, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Eyes closed, and then calm your face. Bend down. Gives you that stretch. Any feedback or any suggestions? Please unmute yourself. Rather, let me unmute everyone. Yeah, I've unmuted everyone. So if you can please, share the feedback, then it'll help improve also.
Everything looks good, Prabhat. So we are able to follow you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for the sessions, Prabhat.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything else?
No, Prabha. Thanks for the sessions. It was very helpful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhat. Bye.
Thank you. Okay.